Moses Kuria attempt to pull the emotional victim card after he was reshuffled, or rather demoted, from the Ministry of Trade to that of Public Service seems to have backfired. Now, there are really behind the scene intrigues behind it. Reports are emerging that Kuria did not report to the new station and instead presided over the launch of Garissa Industrial Park despite being transferred last night. This comes as also is that it was not new, and they knew very well that there were going to be some changes. Ladies and gentlemen, in this podcast, let me explain to you how William Ruto himself decided to trap Moses Kuria out of government. But before that, kindly subscribe to our channel, and also we are at the home stretch of Mwendwa fundraiser. Today is the last day. We are going to finish Friday morning, because it's the Friday morning that I'm going to travel to Kirinyaga University to take this boy to school. And I'm just so grateful for those who have participated, those who have been participating, those who are still saying we're willing to participate in other way. Of course, when I get there, you'll understand the situation. This boy got C+. He was supposed to be admitted in that school in Kirinyaga to take bachelor's degree in electrical engineering, but there were constraints. I actually understand the mother is unwell, the father is also unwell. Both the parents are both unwell, and it had really drained on them. So as the board, we decided that why not? We need to, and I believe that kijana tasoma. I believe, and so let's try for those who have. That is the number there. I want to play for you where it all started. Here. This is a statement that where Moses Kuria started annoying Kenyans.
We have so many things that can kill us in this country. Being in this country, you are a candidate for death. And because there's so many things competing for death, there's nothing wrong with adding GMO to that list. That is why we have deliberately.
And when he made that statement was in December during the GMO debate. And by that time, Kenyans were just quiet, because we all knew that Moses Kuria was being sent by Kenya Kwanza to reveal policies. But then let me tell you, despite the fact that GMO was falling under the Ministry of Agriculture, Moses Kuria was the person that was used to deliver that information to Kenyans, and is actually the destroyer card. So he's been William Ruto's spanner boy. And that went 3 months ago. That was in June. He again found himself in another scuffle when he actually blasted a nation and even profiling nation owners, calling the nation journalists Malaya. And it really rubbed the journals wrongly. But to the surprise of many, do you remember William Ruto defending Kuria?
Nimaliza nyinyi watu wa media kusema nation media muamue kama nyinyi ni gazeti ama broadcasting house ama media house ama ni chama cha upinzani. Na mimi nimesema kutoka leo hata sio kesho, idara yote ya serikali nitaona imeweka advertisement kwa nation media, ujihesabu kwa nyumbani.
We must also defend the right of people like Moses Kuria to speak their mind. The same way we are defending the media to say all the things they want, including the wrong ones, right? And I saw one journalist saying the president should defend us from Moses Kuria. That's fine. I will do my bit. But I want to ask them, so who is going to defend me from rogue media?
And so, I think after that, there were all indications that things were not going on well. But the picture that came out is William Ruto defended KURIA. So that means, and it was the first time I was coming to, that means like he was so comfortable with what KURIA had been doing. And things went. So on 14th September, again KURIA told Kenyans not to complain about the cost of fuel, and if they feel waende wachimbe kisima kwao. And by that time, William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua were actually out of the country. Rigathi was in Colombia and Ruto was in attending the United Nations General Assembly in New York. So he came back and found himself in a scuffle with Rigathi telling him not. But after Kenyans implored, or rather pressured William Ruto to eject KURIA, Rigathi Gachagua defended him.
Ibe kisima yako. Dunia mzima tunajua bei ya crude oil imeenda juu. Na kama wale watu wa Makerere wako na kisima, mimi niko tayari kuchimba kesho. Nionyeshe ngoma yako, niambie wewe chimba mafuta hapa ndio bei teremke. Na watu ni waajabu. Ile mambo tunaweza kufanya hawafanyi. Ile kujisajili wapewe fertilizer hawafanyi. Na hiyo tunaweza. Ile hatuwezi kama mambo ya mafuta ndio nalalamika.
Huyu Moses Kuria is our son. Nimeona watu wengine wakisema ati afutwe kazi. Afutwe kazi aende wapi? For what reason? Lakini sasa mimi nikiwa kiongozi ya area hii, mimi naweza wachilia ati huyu Kuria angaishwe? You people, you don't understand.
So have you realized that both Rigathi and Ruto have defended KURIA? So this leaves us with a very important question. What was the breaking point? And the breaking point is not what Kenyans are talking about. And that is why I want you to make sure you watch this podcast to the end. Now, the breaking point did not start today. You remember during the signing of performance contracts, amongst the cabinet secretaries that were late for that event in State House were Moses Kuria and Kithure Kindiki, Governor Anne Waiguru. So, and Ruto even asked the principal, the cabinet secretaries to write an explanation statement about it, with clear signs that maybe that letter was never written by KURIA. Of course, that has not been confirmed, but again, some pundits are saying about it. And so, they started showing the door. Ministry of, Moses Kuria Ministry of Trade, that office was moved from Gigiri back to Nairobi CBD. The reason why it was taken on the Gigiri-based side is because Moses Kuria argued that because he's been meeting investors, and investors needs a very conducive and glamorous environment, he would not want to take investors to the congested CBD. That's why that ministry was taken on the other Gigiri side. But in another move deemed as restructure, that ministry was taken back. So that was the first sign that things were actually getting out of hand. Then during the US, when William Ruto went to the US, of course before that, Catherine Tai, US envoy, trade envoy, came here and declined to meet KURIA because of his foul mouth. The same time, the same way when William Ruto went to the US, he had to get another person to represent KURIA. So KURIA did not go. So the jury was out that KURIA will be shown the door. In fact, many were actually seeing exit, him being sacked. But the sacking William Ruto fear because of insecurity of tenure. You will still want to have Moses Kuria around. But I can tell you, mark this podcast. Before we get to the next general election, Moses Kuria will resign from government. He will not be fired. Moses Kuria will resign. Because there is an understanding that he will not get visibility. He will still get visibility even in that ministry he is. And things will still get out of hand. Remember, there is something I wanted to tell you. And this was KURIA Ruto regarding breaking point. What might have angered, what might have broke KURIA and Ruto is different from KURIA regarding fallout. Two for Ruto. Number one, the industrial parks politics. Why did industrial parks politics affect Ruto regarding KURIA relationship? Remember, when KURIA was supposed to go to launch the industrial park in Meru, Mithika Linturi, who is a cabinet secretary in charge of agriculture, called KURIA and asked KURIA not to postpone that event because of prevailing political situations there. Of course, trying to engage in local politics, that he wanted to know what was there. And KURIA declined. And let's just see what he tweeted. Tomorrow, October 2nd, I groundbreak CIP, County Industrial Park, in the Great Meru County, aggregation. I have received requests from my colleague Mithika Linturi and Meru leadership to postpone due to the prevailing political situation. KURIA divulged a conversation between him and the former Meru senator. With profound respect, I will postpone. He said that joblessness and poverty facing people in the area could not wait. The reason why the reason why the Meru Industrial Park wanted to be stopped, or one of the reasons why there is a breakaway, is because William Ruto is short of activities to do as a president. And he's been hijacking the ministry projects so that he visits different regions and politic. Let me ask you a question. We have 22 ministries. Apart from Moses Kuria, who is any other minister that you've been seeing launching projects across the country? So Moses Kuria was in a 47, was going to visit all the 47 counties. And all these 47 counties launching those projects. Now, that is something that William Ruto will not welcome, because he's also, he's also doing his own, he's also building his own clout. Even the will not want. So, he denied President Ruto opportunity to politic with the industrial parks. I know many people have been profiling KURIA on this. And my position is, KURIA has not been sacked, KURIA has not been removed from that ministry because of what people think. No. What Ruto did not comment about fuel, he kept quiet about it. Ruto defended Moses Kuria. And on those two instances, on the fuel, he was defended by Rigathi. On the other one of the nation, he was defended by Ruto. So it's very clear that the reason why he's being moved out, and he's also not on competence, because truth be told, by the way, he's working. That's the truth. He's so much visible. Number two, Thika meeting last Friday is largely one of the problems here. You know why I'm saying? Cabinet secretaries that have been moved, nearly majority of them come from Mount Kenya. The reshuffling has centered around Mount Kenya cabinet secretaries. There are how many? There are 4. Is it 4 or 5? Cabinet secretaries from Mount Kenya are Rebecca Miano, the one that is taking over from KURIA, Moses Kuria, that one has also been moved, Alice Wahome, that has also been moved, Zakaria Njeru, that has also been moved. So and then there were 5 because there is also Ndungu, but Ndungu, the treasury guy, has not been moved. So the 4 cabinet secretaries that have been reshuffled all come from Mount Kenya. Now, the Friday night meeting that was convened by the blessings of some powerful cabinet secretaries from Mount Kenya region who knew that a reshuffle was coming, and they were trying to get the community backing behind them. And that is why you will realize that Kimani Chungwa, for those who follow the board, I think I shared that video here, was the other day in parliament telling them that I will not defend you even if you come from a region. So the tension around this reshuffling was already there. Number 3. And so, Thika, the Mount Kenya CSS have been tweaked around, it's been moved around because of that. William Ruto is seeing that probably Kuria and Wahome could be working to destabilize the Mount Kenya space. Lastly, if Rigathi influenced, I'm not sure, but if Rigathi influenced Kuria to be removed from Ministry of Trade, then it could only be because of these 2 reasons. Number 1, Kuria quoting Azimio politicians. 2 events that Kuria have attended. When he was in Kisii, the same industrial, the irrigation parks, Simbarati was attacking Rigathi in front of Kuria. When last Sunday when he was in Makueni, Wavinya Ndeti was attacking Rigathi. The same in the presence of Kuria. So I think Rigathi might have seen that Kuria is working with others to deal him a blow. That is the first reason. Second reason is a deal went wrong. Yes, quite possible. There is a possibility because that ministry is a ministry that is very rich. Yeah. Remember the contraband sugar scandal. It's very rich, by the way. All the deals, trade, everyone who wants to invest in this country is going through that ministry, gets the blessings of that ministry, and it's a posh ministry. Maybe it's a point of deal went wrong. I am waiting to see, and I may really want you guys to answer this. Do you think if Mount Kenya MPs are rejected from government, like if they leave, can they successfully mount the same victim card that they mounted against Uhuru Kenyatta? They mounted a victim card against Uhuru Kenyatta, by that Uhuru Kenyatta victimized them. Would they mount the same card against William Ruto that William Ruto is victimizing them? Let's wait and see. Thank you very much. I want to tell you this month, I think this is my best podcast. This one. You can also correct me, but I feel this is my best. Yeah. Sometimes you also have to blow your own trumpet. Thank you guys. And let's continue supporting this boy. We are finishing tomorrow at 7 in the morning. So I'll do just one night, one live, kidogo, nikimaliza, and update and tell people about this. But thank you very much, and let's support this. I don't know what you think. I want to read your feedback here.